Okay, should be working. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by our community guidelines. There should be a way to dismiss that message. It's not like I haven't done this umpteen billion times. Anyway, we are here. Finally. It's kind of late. And the irony is that one of the things that I'm going to talk about on this particular live stream delayed the live stream. So, excellent on that. And I'm wearing this boombox again. Isn't that great? Oh boy. So, I do have some things to talk about. A couple of things, actually. Um, so I'll give you a rundown right now of what there is to discuss. The poll, upcoming video subjects, not just the ones that I've uploaded as well, but the ones that I'm working on today, or at least started working on today, the stuff that's outside, and probably a few other things that I'm forgetting about. First thing is first, you'll notice the hat. My hair has decided it's going to do whatever it feels like right now, and I don't feel like fighting with it, so I just grab the hat and put the hat on. It's much faster. So I'm sure that somebody is going to be by shortly to complain about the presence of the hat. But you know what? You'd complain about the hair more than you'd complain about the hat. So questions are open, and I see one already that I'll get into here. Talking about, are you doing any more vacuuming videos? The answer is not very likely. I'm not going to say no, because, like I keep saying all the time, stuff on this channel revolves around what I'm working on presently, and there really hasn't been a whole lot with vacuum cleaners that I've been working on. Somebody is here to complain about the presence of the hat. What a surprise. But I don't really have a whole... See, I don't make videos. I used to. I don't make them anymore. Videos just for the sake of making videos, because there's no point in watching this. And I feel like I'm repeating myself. I think I said this last week, too. So I'm not going to just make them to appease the audience. But one of the upcoming videos that I haven't made yet, that I was going to make today, and I haven't got around to it yet, is going to involve one more than likely. Putting the fans away. And a lot of them are really dirty, so yeah, vacuum cleaner is going to be involved in that. So you might enjoy that, you might not. I don't know. The fan people might enjoy that, they might not. I don't know. But it's going to be a video nonetheless. So, other video subjects that are going to be a thing. I am the most distracting individual in the world. I've got the stream up right now. I probably should pause it. I'm going to pause it, so that way I'm not distracting myself. But I move around a lot. And so when I'm trying to look at, I'm looking at this. But when I go to look at anything on the screen and I go to find something, all I can see is just, that. So that is the most distracting thing in the world. Anyway. So, videos that are... Oh yeah, there's an email telling me that I'm live. Thank you for that. Stuff that is not public right now that is up and coming. The Gateway Profile 4 has a video. Marge, my ISO image server, is in there. That has a video case upgrade. Moret, which is the primary server, that's got a video of a case upgrade and a motherboard swap. There's a Sony Dream Machine clock radio, ICFC 143, if you're really wondering. I already made a video of that, but I found another one that was in better shape, so I made another video. I have a feeling I'm about to be interrupted. I can hear it thumping up the stairs. There's a laptop, an Asus Pentium 3. Actually, no, sorry, I already uploaded that. Sorry. Dell Precision 390. I don't have that computer anymore, but it's got 2 videos. There's a Dell i7 laptop that's got a video. There's a secret video coming up of a secret computer, eventually. I've teased that so many times that I'm sure nobody really cares anymore. And then there's the stuff that I have been making videos of. There's another clock radio, a flip thing. That's got one coming. Off the top of my head, what else? Let's see, I mean, there's the trash collection videos, obviously. There's a whole long list of those. what else is in my... I'm trying to... Okay, I'm going to just open up a new folder. And we'll bring it up that way. What else is in here that is noteworthy? There's a GoPro knockoff, an HP monitor unboxing, a sequel to the massive, if you remember that big, huge beige Intel, what is that? Like an Intel SE7505 VB2, the big dual Xeon system. There's a sequel to that video. There's another video about a video about Marge, the ISO server. There's a video of my main computer. In fact, I replaced a hard drive in that after one failed. Some random server build. There's a rant that I may or may not actually publish. I don't think it turned out very good, so I might not. That is already uploaded. A bunch of TC stuff. Weird cat behavior, already uploaded that. Then there's some older videos. I tried upgrading my, that 532H netbook. That was a failure. I have a broken Canon PowerShot camera, a broken JVC VHS-C camcorder. Wilkes85 might be interested in this slightly, probably not. The Mustec DV3, that was broken as well. A lot of broken stuff. And then there was another camcorder, Handycam Video 8. Building yet another file server. How many file server builds do I have? Way too many of them, obviously. I have this thing, which I'll actually sneak peek. Give you a quick glimpse of it. I'll do that right now. This little thing right here. There's your quick glimpse. That's going to get a video. Has a video. I changed the SSD and the L502X. That's that Dell XPS i7 laptop. I've got it sitting on here somewhere. HP, actually I've got it sitting back here. A couple more cameras, digital cameras that I still have that actually work. This one is going to be getting a video. This thing looks a lot more impressive than it actually is, to be honest with you. Really kind of a piece of crap, and not really worth the price tag that I paid for it. But I paid that back in like May or whatever, and it's taken me until now to make videos. So there's one thing. And then this little bad boy right here, which actually takes surprisingly decent video. I was impressed. But I have this, and decent picture quality too. I mean, I wouldn't use this to shoot YouTube videos. That'd be stupid. But if I ever had the option, or ever was forced to do it, it's not a bad option. So I got those. Is there anything else in particular that's sitting here that needs a video? I have a radio downstairs, a new radio. That one ought to be really interesting. I have another EISA Vectra video. Swap a keyboard and a ThinkPad. A couple of lost videos. Home theater PC attempted video card upgrade. That was before I put together the current system. Stream encoder video card upgrade. Again, that was a long time ago. So, in fact, that stream encoder is actually now used as a call-in box for the low-end radio show. It's still used for LER, but it's not used for streaming anymore. Slideshow PC upgrade. That, I think, is the current machine that's there now. Studio tour. Again, hardware upgrades for Moret. A mystery camcorder. If you remember that on-clock radio, yeah, I found another one, so it'll be a remake video for that. A couple of outros are in here for some reason. Replacing the random dump file server. That's Homer. Video 8 camcorder, Video 8 XR camcorder, a couple bedroom projects, and a Pentium 4 that is very interesting, but that I know nothing about. Because the model number sticker is worn out, and whatever little bit that I can see of the model number sticker is invisible. Or, that's not really what I meant to say. What I meant to say was that when you look up the whatever you can glean from the model, you get no information online. So it's an IBM, that's all I know about it. I think it's a NetVista of some kind. But I have no idea. And then the videos that are not recorded. Just giving you a little bit of a sneak peek for what you have to look forward to for the next several months. So, the Toshiba Portage M100 is sitting on my bench right now. I was working on that before I got distracted by what I was working on before starting this. That's got an OS reinstall video coming up. I've got a laptop that I got that has a problem. I'm going to disassemble it and make a possible how-to video for that, which is going to get millions of dislikes, and I'm going to get millions of comments telling me I did it all wrong, even though I'm following the freaking instructions. That's what seems to happen all the time. We'll talk about that in a second. Speaking of Homer, it's going to be getting a power supply and a hard drive replacement. Hard drive is going bad, and the power supply actually blew up in my face a couple of weeks ago. And even though it's still working fine right now, I kind of want to pull that out because I don't know. Maybe some kind of surge suppression cap went boom, and if there's another surge, then that'd be a little bit of a problem. And aforementioned radio, I think I mentioned it, a little portable radio. Believe it or not, I have another clock radio that's sitting in the basement and has been for the better part of 6 months now. That needs a video. I have a Dell Precision 360. That needs a video. What I'm going to do with that, repurpose it. GX270, the Dell Optiplex, the Uglyplex, so to speak. One of the Uglyplexes is going to get a video. Then they've got the other one. Ooh, crap. I forgot about that. Oops. So, we have to put that one in there. GX280, that's going to get a video. That will be fun. I hope I'm going to actually be able to do what I want to do with it. DX5150 will be getting a video. Again, I said the IBM. That's going to be getting another video where I reload the OS. Fan season video. I have a Mavica sitting on the floor. And the last thing that needs a video is I got another digital camera. Real piece of crap. But I'm going to take a look at the software side of that one as well. So that ought to be interesting. Alright. Let's see what has been posted about. I belong on Data Hoarders. Yeah, I'm not going to deny that. No videos made, not sure what to shoot videos of. My only advice is to not force something, because when you force something, the video sucks. So, yeah, that's a thing. What else is a thing? Oh, I want to show you some false advertising right here. I love this stuff. I absolutely love it. This stuff is great. If you ever are feeling lazy and don't want to make this stuff homemade, here you go. But this is false advertising right here. You can see that this is the Southwest chicken style. But if you have a look at this, I don't see any damn chicken in there. That looks like beef. So I don't know how that happened. But somebody over at Stag Chili had one job. That's actually kind of funny. There might be beef in it. Let's see. Is it actually... Okay, those are the French ingredients. Water, mechanically separated chicken. Nice. Tomatoes, kidney beans, peppers, seasoning. I love how they spelled chili completely wrong on there. That's, like... I don't think this will focus on it. I might have to take a picture later. Actually, what am I doing? I have the ability to do this just fine. So we'll put that down and we'll see if we can do it this way. So we'll flip the camera around and you'll get a lovely view of the bank of a multimeter that I need to fix. And we'll see if it'll focus on this. Will it focus? What if I tap it? Will it focus then? Yes, there we go. Oh, well, it had it for a second. Come on. Come on. You had it. I think you saw it there, the little lovely little typo right there. The 2 L's in chili. Yeah. I don't know, what is the proper way to actually spell chili? Is it with the 2 L's or not? I wonder if that's another one of those regional things where it changes depending upon where you are in the world. But no, I see no mention of beef. So yeah, this is total false advertising right here. It's still good though, so I can't complain about that. But you need to fix your packaging. Anyway, what else needs a video? Oh, I brought this in today. Remember this thing? I've been looking for this stupid thing for like weeks and weeks and weeks. I couldn't figure out where it was. I thought it was lost because I've lost a couple of things, but nope, nope. Sitting in the bottom of one of the bags of stuff. So that's reunited. Um, so yeah, some of you might know. We'll get on with the next part of the video. The thing that delayed this in the first place. Some of you might know about all of the shenanigans and the conundrums and whatever that took place this summer that resulted in my taking everything out of here and putting it out in the garage. And I've been slowly, like over the last, I think it's been since basically August, bringing things back inside. Actually, no, July. I think it's been since July. I'm going to say since July, so that's August, September, October, November. 5 months now. I've been slowly bringing things in, and it's still not done. But I think I've got the majority, if not all, of the extremely valuable stuff, the stuff that I care the most about, is out now. With the exception of some of the computer parts. But I've got all of the major computers inside. I took in the last several. There was a 486, there was a Pentium, the NEC Ready machine, and the 286. I'm really kind of annoyed about the 286 because one of the, it was missing a slot blank, and apparently that was enough. I don't know what happened, how it happened. Somebody was obviously screwing around out there because it wasn't the only machine that this happened to, but I opened it up, and in the bottom, there's a layer of maple keys. Like, are you kidding me? No. There's a layer of maple keys on the bottom. So, I got it cleaned out. There was dirt, so there's some permanent damage in there. Nothing, like, egregious, like there wasn't a mouse or anything like that, which is good, because I hate those things. So we'll see if it still works. It's downstairs, sitting by the, one of the heat registers, so it can actually warm up to room temperature, because I don't dare power it up before I do that. Any of them, I haven't dared to do that. It's too cold outside for that crap. So that was a thing. What else did I pull in today? Well, I pulled in the 2 tape recorders. I pulled in a motherboard box, which has got some basically paperwork in it. Floppy drives. I pulled in all of my CDs. I think. Yes, all the CDs are in. The 4 computers. In addition to that, there was a Pentium 4 that I brought in, small form factor machine. It was in the way, so I pulled it out of the way. But there's still quite a bit out there. Still lots of Pentium 4 stuff. And AMD Athlon XP stuff out there. There's a Pentium 3. The 2 PowerMac G4s are still out there. There's a pile of laptops that actually probably should be thrown away because they're not really... They don't work. Well, they do, but they don't. If you remember the Presario A900... The battery in that thing is crapped out, and I honestly have no use whatsoever for it, so I don't think I'm going to keep that. Some of these things will probably be listed for sale, and again, if I do post them for sale, I might post links in the stupid discussion tab thing. But again, local pickup only, I'm not shipping it. Unless you give me an offer I can't refuse, I'm not going to ship it. And it's not likely you can give me an offer I can't refuse anyway. I can tell when I'm talking too much. Yeah, no further questions. Seems like the attendance is fairly low. You know, we'll get into that here. The poll that I posted in the thing. Predictably, and I knew this was going to happen because I put the option in there in the first place, but some clever clog has decided that they're going to take the... has it been more than one, or is it just the one still? Some clever clog has taken the I wouldn't bother going anyway, so who cares option. Well, I probably deserve it for putting that option there in the first place, but I kind of would have thought that, you know, the people who don't care wouldn't take the time out of their day to place a vote on a poll that they don't care about. I don't know, it's just me, but, you know, it's the internet, so that's a thing. And I said, okay, you know what I said? I said on the comment that when I first posted it, the majority of the votes were for Saturday afternoon, which was the plan for this, 2 o'clock Saturday afternoon. And so I decided that I was going to, because I was going to do this yesterday, and then I ran into a couple of snags, some stuff that I wanted to get done. And so I pushed it off to today. And then I said, now watch everyone else vote for Friday just because I said that. Well, you know what? Pretty much everybody else voted for Friday. 50% of the votes so far for Friday evening, 6 p.m., 33% Saturday afternoon, 8% on Sunday, and then, of course, there's the 8% that says I wouldn't bother going anyways. So out of the 12 votes, 6 of them were, so 12, I'm going to try and calculate this here. 6 of them were for Friday. I think that would leave 3 of them for Saturday. Which puts us to 9. No, something doesn't quite add up there. Oh, that's great. Stupid thing. I'm using a calculator to do simple math. You know, I left high school, and all of a sudden I can't do math anymore, so... 33% of 12 is what? That should be 3. No, it's 4. Okay. So, that makes a little bit more sense. 6, 4, 1, and 1. So I'm sorry for the one person who voted up for Sunday, but I don't think you're going to be getting your option. Although, ironically enough, Sunday is probably the day that works the best for me, because Friday has pretty much been usurped, because I was doing them Friday before Chris Master One's Renegade show, but I think that's been usurped by somebody, Stereo Dust Particles Network, doing a live stream. Not that I have a problem with that, because it's good that people are, you know, doing live streams and all of this, and that the person who happens to be doing it is finally in a situation where they can. You know, if anybody needs good news, this is the person who needs it. And they're watching this right now. Or at least they were. And the other funny thing is that the next several Saturdays... so this is probably the last free Saturday I've got for the rest of the year. Next week I'm not here. I'm not in town. I've got a Christmas party to go to. Party. It's not really a party. You know, family Christmas vacation. So that's a thing. The week after that, I have the 21st is a big Christmas show that we're doing. I'm assuming anyway. Big Christmas show, and then the week after that, I have earmarked for a surprise. That'll probably not happen because my life is a comedy, and I'm sure that if I make the plans, then it will all fall apart, and probably fall apart the day before too. That's just usually how my luck works. So we'll see about that. But that means that if I do, in fact, do them on Saturday afternoons, there won't be live streams for the rest of the year. Oops. So Friday evening probably is actually the best option, it turns out, if I want to do these on a weekly basis. And I do, you know. I want to get back into the whole doing things live deal and all of that. And normally I'd only have until 5 o'clock on Saturday to do these kinds of things because you're supposed to be Transistor Sandwich, but I guess that's not on today, it turns out, which is really unfortunate. I was looking forward to that. But it does mean I've got more time to work on these videos in whatever particular order I decide to work on them. And there's probably some other things I'm forgetting about. But I didn't even finish my thought about what's still outside. Pretty much all of my expansion card collection is still out there. I mean, I've got some stuff in here. But really what's in here is the stuff that I've pulled out of new systems since pulling everything out. And also some of the things that were in existing machines, like capture cards and video cards and whatever. That happens to be in there. So still got a lot of expansion cards outside, and I need to get those in. I've got a power supply, a couple power supplies actually still out there. For computers, they need to come inside. My CPU collection is out there. So I need to get that inside. My RAM collection is pretty much all out there. So that's all the thing. There are two, well, there's more than two, but two laptops in particular. 2 ThinkPads that I'm going to... One of them needs some serious repair on the display hinges, so I'm probably going to do that. The other problem is that I don't know. The hinges might be bad. I might have to start doing some display swapping, which is not going to be fun. I got to get rid of the other one, though. Because the one has a broken screen, and I think the motherboard's failed in it as well. Because I can't get it to post or anything like that. So, that is definitely a thing. What else is still out there? The 2 PowerBooks are still out there. I don't intend on getting rid of those. The Dell Latitude CPX, which I forgot all about. No, not GPX. CPX is out there. That's going to need to come inside and actually be powered up. The last Tecra, the Tecra 8000 needs to come in here. I got a lot of... I don't even know where the hell I'm going to put these because I've got no space for these things. So what's probably going to actually end up happening is I've got boxes of motherboards. You might just be able to make a... No, actually you can't. But I move this thing like this. Oh yeah, way up there. Those boxes of motherboards are probably going to go to my secret stash area. And I could put laptops there instead. What else needs to be done? Really, I've got a bunch of CD players and tape decks that I don't need, and I'm probably going to get rid of those. So again, I might list some for sale, and I will post links if you would like to look at those. I don't think anybody here really cares, but I want to get rid of them. So, I mean, if you make me an offer I can't refuse, I'll probably break down and ship it anyway. Just the big problem is finding boxes and packing material, because that's a big problem. Plus also the idea that most of my viewers are not Canadian. They're within the continental United States. And shipping across a border drives the cost up at least 5 or 6 times. So that's why I'm saying I'm not shipping it. Because that prevents these, the people that come to these, flock to these videos and, can I have this? Can I have that? Can I have this other thing? No, I'm not shipping it. Sorry. Anyway. I had a hell of a time making DVDs today. Apparently my blank DVD media selection is pretty much dying out. I made 2 coasters. I think this one is okay. This is the most recent one. So, of course, I probably get what I deserve for using on-branded DVD RWs. Anyway, this is a Maxell. It's actually a DVD minus RW. The other ones are plus. I've never could figure out, or really did figure out what the difference between the two was, if there is any difference. I mean, I'm sure there is, otherwise they wouldn't bother. But what is the difference? I don't get it. They both work about equally the same. So, anyway. It's starting to get dark in here. My light should turn on. I don't remember if it's 4:30 or 5:30, but I have one of my strip lights turned on a schedule. So the one that's right here in front of me, that will turn on and it will illuminate things. So I'll put that away. I need to fix the multimeter. What else needs to be done? I was going to make a video about that oscilloscope, but I don't think I'm going to bother, because I don't really know what to talk about, because I really don't know how to use it, which is funny. I mean, I can learn. You can pick up on these things pretty quickly, but it wouldn't really be... Every time I make a video where I'm... Basically, the whole point of the video is me discovering how to use something. I always get loads of people who bitch and moan and whine about the fact that the video didn't teach them anything. About how, you stupid idiot, read the instructions and blah, 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 blah. This kind of stuff. The point of the video was for me to sit down and, learn something about what I'm using. That's another reason why I like to make videos, is so I can learn something about the stuff that I'm working on at present. Even if 90% of the time when I'm working on something, I just learn how much of a piece of crap that it is. But that's one of the reasons why I don't upload tutorial videos. In fact, I had a question today, and I'm sure the person who asked it isn't going to watch this, which is fine. I may post it as a response to the question. But, do you happen to have any tutorial-type videos, learning basics, blah, 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 blah? But the basis of the comment is, do you have tutorials about how to build computers and diagnose them and do all of this stuff? And the answer is no, because, like I said, the majority of the time even when I make just a build video, Where it's not a how-to or anything like that. It's just me building a computer badly so you can see what I'm working on. But I still get billions of, okay, that's quite hyperbolic, but you get the most of the comments I get are telling me all of the things that I did wrong when I was putting this thing together. And the response that I've got to that is, I mean, look at it. It works fine. Obviously, I didn't do anything wrong because it works. Yeah, I mean, cable management's not great. People love to bitch about my cable management, lack thereof. But simple fact of the matter is, zip ties are the devil's plaything. And watch me get caned for saying that. But that's what I think, especially in computers. I hate them. If I want to change a hard drive, I shouldn't have to cut a myriad of zip ties just to do that. What if the SATA cable fails? And I've had this happen before. If the cable fails, I don't want to cut a myriad of zip ties. I don't want to be cutting a forest of zip ties every time I want to do this. What if I decide that I want to put a fan somewhere else? Well, now I got to figure out where I'm going to route this fan cable so that it's not going to ruin the cable management. So the solution is to just not worry about it. You shove the cables out of the way so that they're not blocking a fan or anything like that. And that's it. It works. Maybe you have one removable cable tie. And that's it. That's what I usually do, is I got a couple of those reusable cable ties, and those things are okay. I mean, they're kind of annoying to get off, but they work fine. You can get them off. It's not like a zip tie where you have to cut the stupid thing every time you want to remove it. And then you gotta get a new zip tie and replace it. Drives me nuts. Why do people use zip ties in computers? It's just completely stupid. Of course, modern cases have cable management and all that stuff. Alright, can't remember most of what I learned in high school. Even the teacher flat out said, most of you will never need to know this after graduation. That's a thing, yeah. I remember that. I certainly remember thinking that. Why the hell am I learning this nonsense? I'm never going to use this again. So, there you go. That Zenith NTB005, got a comment on that about how, the modem is actually a CPU daughter card. It's a 486SX. That doesn't tell me anything that I don't already know, so thanks for that, I guess. But anyway. I think the well has run dry for things to talk about. About 3 minutes, that light should... If the light is timed to come on at 4:30, which I think it is on weekends, the light should come on here in about 3 minutes. So, again, floor is open. Questions are available. That's an interesting use of the English language. But, they are here. Oh, yeah, the other thing is I brought some of these in. These alarm clocks. So, they are back in full swing. Hope I didn't just break that one. I just did something. Oh, I guess I'm setting the time on this. It's 4:27. So that would be 16. No, I didn't even need to change it. Alright, there we go. Sort of. It's supposed to be a, yeah, I think this thing's messed up. Where are the batteries in this? There we go. How many batteries does it actually take? A single one. Oh! Yeah, I can tell why that's not working. It's not leaking or anything, but, I wonder, how old is this battery? I can't see what I'm doing. Superpower Ace Black. Isn't that great? Anyway. 0% mercury and cadmium. RO3. There is no date on it whatsoever. Well, so much for that, I guess. So this needs a new battery, but this is the Bionaire. I think I bought this. I know I got it at the thrift store, but I think it was brand new in the packaging. And I don't know if there's a video of it sitting around here somewhere. Maybe I uploaded the video of it, but I think I shot a video when I did this. Maybe it didn't turn out. That's always possible. Alright. Get those Christmas light hanger things from the dollar store. They're a long, continuous coil of twist tie, and they're convenient for lots of things. Twist ties would probably work well. Yeah, they probably would, although a lot of the twist ties I've got are the flimsy things that, no, I don't want anything to really do with those. What is your current opinion on laptop manufacturers, and what is your go-to company for laptops? I don't really have a go-to company for laptops, because they all suck about equally. Which would be really funny if it wasn't actually true. I don't know. Most recent times I've been buying a lot of Acer products. Asus and Acer. I've bought... You know, the only new laptop that I've bought since, like, 2007 was the... Yep, there's the lights. Right on cue, 4:30. Anyway, was that Acer Switch 110, and I'll be honest with you, that thing is actually kind of a piece of crap. Normally I have a pretty high opinion of Acer products, but this one really just, I mean, it's got a 2-year warranty on it. I think it's got a 2-year warranty on it. I don't know. But it needs a new keyboard and palm rest assembly, because I dropped it once. Not with the laptop attached to it, but I dropped the keyboard once, and it basically exploded into a million pieces. So it's missing a couple keys because they fell off. It's, you know, because I'm not the lightest typer in the world, but that broke. So a couple keys are missing, and what else is busted on that thing? I think that's really it. The battery doesn't last very long anymore. I mean, I think I get, like, 2 days out of it. Okay, that's not... I think... It might give, if I keep it charged at least once a day, it'd probably get me through the week. HP, actually HP EliteBooks, at least for the longest time, they weren't too bad. I don't know about any of the new ones, because I haven't used anything that's been pretty much newer than the last EliteBook, no, that was a ProBook. What was the last EliteBook I used? They're pretty much the same thing anyway, the EliteBooks and ProBooks. But at a former job, we replaced XP machines with ProBooks, and the ProBooks were Sandy Bridge. That's about the last time I actually used them. But that is the one thing about HP, is they love to sunset stuff really early. Like, as soon as the warranty expires, it's pretty much legacy, obsolete, whatever. And in recent times, they've been deleting drivers from their website. And I'm sorry, I cannot support business practices like that, because that's shady, very shady. You know, what if, and it's happened to me several times, you know, I mean, like, come on. It's 2019. In my closet right now, I've got like 11 terabytes worth of storage space, and all of that was free. It costs nothing to host this stuff. So I don't see any reason why a company like HP feels the need to dump stuff after about a year. Anyway, I haven't been a fan of Lenovo's ThinkPads either. Honestly, I think the new build design is garbage. The keyboards are junk, total junk. They are better, you know, just on the surface at least. They're better than the average chiclet-style keyboard, but they fall apart really easily. And I haven't been a fan of the ThinkPad since the T420. So really, honestly, I'm not a fan. Like I said, they all suck, all of them. The business grade machines all suck. The consumer grade machines all suck even worse. So I do not really. If you want to buy a laptop, buy a used one. Go online on eBay. Go find yourself a T420 for like $150. Throw an SSD at it. Give it a memory upgrade if it actually happens to need it. You'll be good to go forever, pretty much. I still use my T410, in fact, on a daily, well, okay, not daily basis. But I really don't like I don't know, the build quality isn't quite what I think it should be on the ThinkPad. It's my 430, actually. The latch is broken. It's stuck. I don't know why, because I guess there's some gunk in it or something that I should, take it apart and clean out. But I haven't had to do that on any other laptop ever, so that's kind of stupid. And honestly, most of the time that thing sat on my desk open anyway, so I never used the latch. So I don't know why it's stuck. The display has a nice line running down it. Again, I don't know how that happened, but it's just been getting progressively worse. There's probably a loose cable in it somewhere. I should just take the display apart and fix it. Um, it seems like the build quality is just not there. And the big thing about that one, and I think it's the same deal with all the newer ones as well, the hard drive bay does not accommodate a regular sized hard drive. The primary hard drive bay. It has to be either a thin drive or an SSD, which is ridiculous. You know? What if I want to put a 1 terabyte hard drive in there? Those don't come in the thin size, at least not yet. So what am I supposed to do? If I want to put a solid state hybrid drive in there, what am I supposed to do? Use the Ultra Bay and lose my optical drive? That's dumb. Anyway, so it seems like once Lenovo really decided to toss the legacy stuff, the stuff they came out with was trash. Basically consumer grade trash for business grade prices. Used, fine. I'm talking about a T430, and I think I made a video about it when I did this. Do I have it sitting around somewhere? No, it's up in that pile. I'm not going to pull that out right now. But it's too thin. You can't put a normal drive in there without taking like a hammer to it or something, which I'm sure is good for the hard drive. I think the workstation grade ones are a little bit better in that regard, the W series, but the W series are also about, a little bit more expensive. So if you're cheap, like I am, you're going to go for the T series. And actually, you know what I was looking at recently? I was looking at buying a Lenovo L series laptop, like an L412 or something. In fact, I think before I got the 430, that was what I was looking at, was getting like an L412 or something, or an L512. I don't remember what the model was, but it was the lowest of the low end for the ThinkPad, for the business grade ThinkPad, the lowest of the low. And it looked really chintzy, but at the same time it intrigued me because, what's it like to buy a business grade laptop, but that's really consumer grade? Honestly, I think I got that with the T430. It's just not built very well. Whatever happened with the DV9000? Oh, that's another laptop I forgot about. That will have an upcoming video. I got that. I put new drives in it. I reinstalled the OS. And the task I was going to use it for, it turns out it won't work for because OBS, the broadcasting suite, will not run on it for ridiculous reasons because of its ridiculous needing DirectX bullcrap that nobody cares about. And when I went to go put Manicam on it to use the microphone, or to use basically to have the microphone and the speakers go through one thing so I could put it through Flash Media Live Encoder, I got no speaker output. So what I'm going to do with it now, I have no idea. It'll probably just be used as a portable DJing rig for like the 2 times a year that I actually do something like that. I was using the DV8000 for that earlier, but I'm not using that anymore. I think the battery in the 8000 actually crapped out on me. I was trying to charge it earlier, and it was flashing the charge light at me, so yeah, it stopped at 52%. Excellent. Of course, that's what you get for not using things for months at a time. What else? I did actually finally get the power supply out of the server closet. I replaced the one that was hooked up to vacuum, which was the YouTube video NAS. Replaced that power supply so I could use the Toshiba one with the laptop, so I powered that up, got that working. It still works. So that's good. I feel like I'm missing some context here. Anyway. So what else needs to really be discussed? I don't think there's a whole lot. I'm going to turn on more lights in here, just so that the lighting is not completely dreadfully terrible. Although I'm sure somebody's now going to complain about this nice big bright strip at the top of the video. I don't care. Oh, yeah. So the other thing I did today is I brought in my collection of batteries for cameras. So there will probably be at least 3 videos. Maybe only 2, but... No, actually... No, probably only 2, really. Because I think all of the batteries pretty much... If they're universal batteries, they've got the connection points for a VHS-C camera. And the other ones are for VHS-C only. I will need to make 2, though, because some of those batteries are for... Do I still have it sitting out? Yes, I do. It's right here. Some of them are for this camera right here, which takes a different set of batteries. They go inside, actually right here, and it's got a convertible setup, so you can use AA's like I'm using right now, or you can use a rechargeable battery. So I'll have to test those batteries, see if they actually still work. I kind of doubt it, actually, to be honest with you, because they've been sitting outside for months, baked and frozen, and they're NiCad batteries, so they don't really tend to like that very much. What media does this use? This is a Video 8 camera. It's actually a fairly nice one. Digital signal processor. It's got the alkaline battery conversion, and it's got an electronic image stabilizer and some faders and not really much else. Really the only big deal about this camera is that it not only has it's got this built-in video light, and it has the ability to run on AA batteries. That's why I really like this particular camera, but I've got some better ones now that'll pretty much do the same thing. I don't actually know where it went. I had a 6 AA battery holder. There it is. For the Infolithium L series cameras. It's right here. This little thing. So this is very handy. I like this. But this one has it built in. So that was, I think, it's probably the only, in fact it is the only camcorder I've ever seen that has it built in. I probably shouldn't be dragging it back and forth with me. Picked up a bunch of these. So I got some mixtape material. Actually, my plan this year for the New Year's sounding all the clocks off thing is I'm going to get a couple TV tables, put them out here, and put the clock radios on the TV table and just set it up that way instead of putting them on the bed. Just because I think that'd be better than running a bunch of clock radios on the bed. And put them here, set up maybe like 2 or 3 cameras. Probably put a couple on the workbench. Set up another camera there. Then I got the ones over here, set up a camera there. So I've got some cameras to use. And that'll be that. Set them up. And what I might do for the audio is take those shoebox cassette recorders and record the audio to these. How often do I thrift? Not very often. Actually, that's not true. Because of my ongoing job situation, it has been kind of stupid. I've been kind of giving them the, big old 1-2, my leaving and going to thrift stores and looking for things, but I don't buy things very often. The reason why is because the prices are just off the charts. Where I used to be able to get a tape deck for about $5, they now cost about $35. And I'm not really willing to spend $35 on a cassette deck that, honestly, I don't need. And the same deal is true with the CD players. They're actually cheaper, which suggests that they're using eBay to price these things. Because cassette decks are apparently coming... Cassettes are apparently, the next vinyl. They're apparently coming back into style. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I would have thought that there'd be some other formats that would have beat them out a little bit. CDs are still going away. Nobody wants CDs anymore. So it's very easy to get this stuff for pennies on the dollar. And it still works perfectly fine. But at the thrift store, no. The thrift store charges upwards of $25 for no-frills CD player that maybe doesn't even work. In fact, I found one. I found a Sony single disc player. I forget what the model was, but it was a really neat player. It had the nice little thing that nothing is worse than a scratch CD. You're gonna get no argument from me on that one. Um, However, it had the, what do they call that? The little thing that's got the numbers in it. The catalog, I guess. The track catalog. It was a really nice unit. Had some nice features, but it didn't even work. You put the tray out, the tray comes out, and the tray never goes back in. So apparently it had a logic bug or something, or maybe the belt was slipping, or I don't know. But it never read the disc either, so it didn't work. And they wanted $25 for this thing. You know, you think, given the plentifulness, which isn't a word, the plethora of CDs that are present in these thrift stores, that the people pricing these things would think for a second, grab one of them, try and test it, and say, well, this doesn't work, and throw it away. Would New Finish Scratch Doctor work for repairing CDs? Good question. Somebody ought to try that. In fact, somebody probably already has. It's YouTube, after all. I'm sure you could go looking it up, and you'll find somebody who's done it. What else is worth mentioning? So I haven't really been buying. Most of what I've really been buying has been like CDs and cassettes and things like that. In fact, it hasn't even really been any cassettes, because the cassettes are getting picked dry. Again, because they're back in style now, and they only cost $1. So everybody flocks to those immediately and takes all the good stuff. So the only thing that's left is like gospel and Christmas CDs, and I am about to be interrupted. Yeah, there's a bunch of nonsense going on out there right now. Where was I? Something about New Finish Scratch Doctor. I think I was talking about how, you find somebody on YouTube who will buy that. That is really distracting. I'm sure you can hear that on the thing. I'm sorry for that. She thinks it's funny, too. Anyway, that is the most distracting thing ever. I don't even know if I can continue this now, because I don't remember what I was talking about. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna go look at these comments and see if there's anything else that's... No, actually the comments, well, has pretty much run dry. So I guess if there's anything else you're wishing to ask, now is the time to do so, otherwise I'm gonna get out of here. It's already been almost an hour. I said I was going to get out of here about half an hour ago. More lighting is required, I think. So we'll get some lights. Huh. I didn't know I had 2 of these. Oh, here we go. Alright, again, I'm going to apologize for that. But here's another thing that I picked up recently. I actually had 2 of them, but I got rid of one because these things are useless. I thought that this would be a great way. You have one of them in here, one of them out in the hallway, and every time somebody wants to come in here, they hit like the call button or the talk button and they talk to you. But they don't work unless they're both plugged into the same outlet. How useless is that? So in order to get that to work, you gotta plug both of them in the same outlet out in the hallway and run this cord down the hall in order to get... Why? What's the point? I mean, I think what they're really designed for is for, like, apartments or whatever. You hang one on, like, the outside of the wall, and then you put the other one inside, and you use that to, like, whatever, but... The same outlet? Are you kidding me? Come on. So that's useless. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to get rid of that one. I'm sure there's a way. Bought some I think they're actually C9s. I should have looked at that before I bought them, but I picked them up anyway because they were like $1. Um, and those aren't getting any more common. Some of them were frosted, which is cool. So, gotta get the Christmas lights out. And I think, because I've now got 2 racks in here, I'm gonna have to get 2 sets. So, I don't know. I hope I've got enough bulbs for that. How does that even work? This thing. These are, let's see, they're CommTalk GEE 788s. FM wireless intercoms. FM. It's got 3 channels. At least in theory, if it's FM, it should, work. They should be able to communicate without having to be plugged into the same outlet. But I tested it. Maybe it's because there's too much interference going around in here, but I had one plugged into the convenience strip right here, and I had one plugged in outside, and they wouldn't talk to each other. Push the talk button, and one of them responds. The one that you push on it responds to you, but it doesn't do anything. So, I don't know. It's on an auto mode as well. This is basically my video of this stupid thing. 3 channels. You get a volume control. This one was actually on all the way. Oops. A talk button and a call button. The call button, what that really does when you push it, for as long as you hold it down, it makes like a ringing, like a telephone sound. So, anyway. That thing is junk. And what else? What else? iMac G3, I need to make a video of that, because I need to actually plug that in to make sure it still works. What else needs a video in here? I think that's really it. So, there's a lot of video content that I got planned. So I think I'm probably set until like next June or something. Which is going to be interesting because I've rendered a lot of these videos already and they're not going to be published this year. So I'm going to have to re-render them with a new outro where I have changed the copyright dates. So that's going to have to be a thing. I think that's it. So if there's anything last minute you want to ask me, feel free. Now's your chance. I can't think of much else to really say. So I still need to get my RAM inside. I need to get my expansion cards. There's a couple laptops still out there. Other than that, the rest of it, I don't really know what to do with it. It's out of the way. That's, I think, all that really matters. But the big problem is going to be, like, getting out of the car door. Opening the car door might be a little bit of an issue, so I might have to move some of those. But, So I think that's the video. That's the stream. That's all I got to talk about. No further questions. Going once. Going twice. And we're sold. The lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's a 9, she's a 10, I know. She's got really red lips, blonde hair, blue eyes, and I'm about to make her mine, oh mine. Demonetized. Anyway. Yeah. So I'll see you next week. And I just bought the farm. I apologize for the very loud noise. Really need to get my tripod back in here. It probably is, but I have no idea where I put it if it is in here, so. Alright, I got nothing else for you. Good night.